There are new signs that life could have once existed on Mars. Today, NASA scientists announced that the Mars Curiosity rover has found organic matter in 3-billion-year-old mudstone on the red planet. The rover also found methane in the Martian atmosphere. A snapshot from Mars has rocked the scientific world, changing the way we think about the red planet. At the forefront of this research are a team of Australian scientists. At first, it seemed like just another ordinary discovery, but what was found on Mars turned out to be anything but ordinary. Scientists have uncovered a massive underground reservoir of liquid water on the planet. It's so much water that it could cover the entire planet to a depth of 1 to 2 kilometers. This discovery changes the way we view Mars. We used to think of it as a dry, lifeless planet, but now the question is, where did all that water go? And could it even mean that life once existed on Mars, or that it might be possible to live there in the future? Mars has suddenly become a lot more interesting than we thought. Scientists had long suspected that water might exist on Mars, but until recently, the real question was, where is it hiding? We knew Mars had signs of ancient rivers and lakes, but these were remnants of a much older, wetter time. The breakthrough came with new techniques that allowed scientists to peer beneath Mars' surface. They used seismic waves like the ones we use here on Earth to study earthquakes to map the Martian interior. This method revealed something astonishing. A large underground reservoir of liquid water tucked away in a layer of fractured rock far beneath the surface. Why does this matter? For starters, it's a game-changer for our understanding of Mars. The fact that liquid water still exists deep under the surface means that the planet could have conditions suitable for life, conditions we never thought possible before. But it's not just about the water itself. The presence of liquid water suggests that Mars' past might not be as dead and gone as we once thought. This water could provide crucial insights into what Mars was like billions of years ago, when it may have been more Earth-like, with a thicker atmosphere and a warmer climate that allowed liquid water to flow freely across its surface. This new discovery raises more questions than answers. Could there still be life on Mars living in these underground water reserves? How could we one day access this water to support human missions? And what does it mean for the future of space exploration? These questions are only the beginning of what promises to be a groundbreaking chapter in the exploration of Mars. As exciting as this discovery is, it doesn't come without its share of uncertainty. While we found liquid water under the Martian surface, it's locked away deep, around 11.5 to 20 kilometers beneath the crust. Accessing it won't be easy, and it raises some serious questions. How can we possibly tap into this vast resource? What kind of technology will we need to reach such depths? And most importantly, is the water even drinkable? The answer to that isn't simple, but the possibilities are starting to take shape. To access this water, we'll likely need advanced drilling technology, something far beyond what we currently use on Earth. NASA and other space agencies are already working on tools that can withstand Mars' harsh conditions, drills that can penetrate thick, frozen layers of rock. Imagine using robotic systems designed to work autonomously to drill down and extract water in a way that minimizes risk to human life. The technology we're developing today could lay the foundation for this extraordinary feat. Now, you might wonder, why would we even need to use Mars water? Don't we already have plenty of water on Earth? Shouldn't we focus on taking care of our own planet first? And if we do use this water, are we just adding to humanity's history of environmental damage? You're right to ask these questions. The last thing we want is to repeat the mistakes of the past by being careless with Mars resources. The reality is the water on Mars might not be necessary for us to drink here on Earth. We've got enough water on our planet to sustain us, though how we use it wisely is a different matter entirely. But when it comes to Mars, the story is different. The water there is critical for human survival on the planet itself. If we want to send astronauts to Mars for extended missions, they'll need a reliable water source. Transporting enough water from Earth to support astronauts on Mars for years would be an incredibly costly and impractical solution. The water on Mars could help us create a self-sustaining system, providing drinking water, generating oxygen through electrolysis, and even growing food. It could be the key to creating a sustainable base on Mars, allowing humans to live and thrive there. That said, we absolutely need to be cautious. We should use Mars water responsibly, ensuring we don't exploit it or harm the planet in the process. Some argue that humanity's record on Earth with pollution and environmental destruction makes us hesitant to start tapping into another planet's resources. It's a valid concern, but perhaps Mars can be a place where we learn from our mistakes. The hope is that this discovery pushes us to think differently, encouraging us to be more thoughtful, more sustainable, and more aware of the long-term consequences of our actions. Speaking of long-term plans, let's talk about SpaceX and their ambition to get to Mars. SpaceX has been working hard on their Starship program, aiming to send humans to Mars in the near future, potentially as early as the late 2020s or early 2030s. With their reusable rocket technology and large payload capacity, they're making significant progress toward making human missions to Mars a reality. And when it comes to the water on Mars, SpaceX's missions could play a crucial role. While they're focused on getting humans to Mars and building the infrastructure for long-term habitation, the water discovery could change the game. SpaceX might not only use Mars water for drinking and life support, but it could also help power the colony by splitting the water into hydrogen and oxygen, fuel for rockets and breathable air. This would drastically reduce the need to bring resources from Earth, making Mars a more self-sustaining outpost for future explorers. However, the road to utilizing that water isn't going to be easy. SpaceX's technology is impressive, but accessing the water and making sure it's usable will require a lot of innovation. It's still a long way from being a reality, but the plans are there. SpaceX is hoping to get a human presence on Mars in the next decade, and if they can figure out how to use this underground water effectively, it could be a key factor in making Mars not just a landing site but a long-term home for humanity. By using Mars water wisely, we could open a new chapter in space exploration, one that doesn't just focus on survival but on doing things right this time. This is our chance to set a new standard, not just for exploration, but for how we interact with the universe beyond Earth. It's about ensuring we don't repeat the same mistakes that have harmed our own planet. Maybe, just maybe, Mars can be a fresh start. As we look ahead, the biggest challenges are not just technological but also practical and environmental. NASA is already working on a number of upcoming missions that are critical to understanding how to use the water on Mars and how it can support human life. One of the significant challenges involves accessing and utilizing the water beneath the Martian surface. The depths at which the water is located, buried in fractured rocks deep beneath Mars' crust, present huge logistical obstacles. NASA's Mars Sample Return mission, slated to bring Martian samples back to Earth, will play a major role in understanding the planet's underground composition, including any water reservoirs. This mission will provide detailed chemical analyses of Mars soil and rocks, which could answer the critical question: is the water safe to use? NASA also plans to continue gathering data through the Perseverance rover, which is currently gathering insights about the planet's geology and searching for signs of ancient water sources. This data is crucial because it will help scientists understand whether Mars water might be contaminated with harmful minerals or salts, making it unsafe for humans. The stakes are high. If we can't develop the tools or technology to access, purify, and use the water, we could face long delays in human missions. Space agencies are focused on overcoming this by developing autonomous drilling technologies, which could reach the Martian depths and extract the water safely. NASA's Drilling and Subsurface Exploration mission, which is still in the planning phase, would work to test the feasibility of drilling through Mars' surface, targeting both water resources and underground elements that could be used for building habitats or generating fuel. These efforts are crucial as any infrastructure built on Mars must be able to support life independently of Earth-based supplies. Even as we face these challenges, the potential rewards are immense. Successfully tapping into Mars water could pave the way for self-sustaining colonies that rely on the planet's resources, reducing our dependence on Earth. It could also provide essential insights into how we can terraform Mars in the long run, creating a livable environment for future generations. The future of Mars exploration hinges on overcoming these obstacles: technical, environmental, and logistical. NASA's planned missions are the first steps toward answering these questions. And though the path forward is fraught with difficulty, the potential rewards for humanity are vast. This is more than just about sending humans to Mars. It's about making Mars a place where we could live, work, and explore as a second home. As we stand on the brink of this incredible discovery, it's hard not to feel a sense of awe. Mars, once thought to be a dry, desolate world, has revealed its hidden secrets, water deep beneath its surface, waiting to be unlocked. This discovery is more than just a scientific breakthrough. It's a reminder of the vast, unexplored mysteries that still await us in the universe. Think about it. Here we are, a small planet in a vast cosmos, looking outward, daring to dream of other worlds. The idea that we could one day stand on Mars, tap into its resources, and perhaps even call it home is both humbling and inspiring. It's a reminder that there are still frontiers to explore, mysteries to uncover, and dreams to chase. But as we push forward, we must remember the responsibility that comes with these discoveries. Mars is a new world full of potential, but it's also fragile. We have the opportunity to do things differently, to learn from the mistakes we've made on Earth and approach this new chapter with care and respect. The water on Mars is a resource we must use wisely, with an eye toward sustainability and long-term stewardship. So, as we look to the stars, let's not only marvel at the wonders waiting to be discovered, but also reflect on the incredible journey that lies ahead. The future of Mars exploration is bright, full of possibilities, and it's up to us to make sure we walk that path thoughtfully, with hope, curiosity, and the courage to push the boundaries of what we once thought possible. In the end, the discovery of water on Mars isn't just about the planet. It's about us and what we choose to do with the opportunities we've been given. The universe is vast, and our journey has only just begun. If you've enjoyed this journey into the wonders of space, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing discoveries and updates as we move forward in our exploration of Mars. One of the most exciting aspects is the possibility of discovering even more valuable resources hidden beneath its surface. While water has already emerged as a crucial element for human survival, other minerals and compounds could be waiting to be uncovered. For example, Mars' surface contains deposits of various metals such as iron, nickel, and aluminum. These materials could play a significant role in establishing infrastructure on the planet, potentially reducing our dependence on Earth for building materials. If future missions can identify and extract these resources, it would further solidify Mars as a viable location for long-term human habitation. In addition to minerals, the discovery of Mars' natural resources could also provide new insights into the planet's geological history. Studying these materials might reveal more about Mars' past climate, the forces that shaped its surface, and even the possibility of ancient life forms. For instance, some scientists theorize that certain types of minerals found on Mars could indicate the presence of microbial life in the planet's distant past. By analyzing the chemical composition of these minerals, we could learn about the conditions that may have existed when Mars was a warmer, wetter place. Another exciting avenue of research involves understanding the potential for Mars to be terraformed, an idea that has captured the imagination of many scientists and space enthusiasts. Terraforming refers to the process of altering a planet's atmosphere and environment to make it more hospitable to life. For Mars, this could mean warming the planet, thickening its atmosphere, and making it capable of sustaining Earth-like conditions. The discovery of underground water, coupled with the knowledge of Mars' soil composition, provides scientists with key data points that could inform future terraforming efforts. For instance, understanding the abundance of carbon dioxide in Mars' atmosphere might allow for the development of technologies to release greenhouse gases, effectively warming the planet over time. Yet, despite all the potential Mars holds, the journey toward making the planet habitable is fraught with challenges. One of the primary concerns is how to shield human settlers from the harsh conditions on Mars. While the water discovery provides hope for creating a sustainable habitat, other factors, such as the planet's thin atmosphere, intense radiation, and extreme temperatures, present serious obstacles. To overcome these challenges, researchers are exploring ways to develop protective habitats, possibly using Martian resources for construction. One possibility is building structures that utilize the planet's own regolith, soil, in combination with advanced materials. These habitats could be designed to provide protection from radiation, while also offering a controlled environment in which astronauts could live and work. Furthermore, the psychological and physical well-being of astronauts on Mars will need to be carefully considered. The isolation, long duration of missions, and distance from Earth will test human endurance in ways that haven't been experienced in space exploration to date. Future missions to Mars may require astronauts to stay for extended periods, possibly even years, making it essential to develop ways to maintain mental and physical health during these missions. Scientists are already researching the effects of long-term space travel on the human body, from muscle atrophy to bone density loss. As we continue to design missions to Mars, taking into account the psychological and physiological needs of astronauts will be just as important as technological advancements. One critical aspect of these long-term missions will be the cultivation of food. While we already know that water is essential for sustaining human life, the next challenge will be ensuring a reliable source of food. Growing crops on Mars is an area of active research, and recent studies have shown that it is indeed possible to cultivate plants in Martian soil, given the right conditions. Future Martian explorers may use hydroponics, aeroponics, or even traditional soil-based farming techniques adapted for the planet's environment. Having the ability to grow food on Mars will be crucial for creating self-sustaining missions, reducing the need for frequent resupply missions from Earth. One of the long-term goals of Mars exploration is to establish a permanent human presence on the planet, one that can survive independently of Earth. To achieve this, we will need to build not only habitats but also the infrastructure to support them. This includes everything from energy production to waste management, all of which must be sustainable and efficient. Solar power, which is abundant on Mars, could be used to generate electricity, but scientists are also exploring other renewable energy sources, such as wind power and nuclear energy, to ensure a stable energy supply. Similarly, waste recycling will be critical for sustainability. On Earth, we have learned the importance of recycling and minimizing waste, and the same principles will be essential when setting up a Martian colony.